Lord have mercy, y'all. If I have to hear that little robot vacuum, Dusty Springfield, chirp at me one more time, I might just lose my mind. No, no, no. That ain't the story I'm telling today. This one's about Sarah and Elias, and that other robot dog. It's a cautionary tale if I ever heard one. When Elias first unboxed that Unitree Go2, he called it a productivity multiplier. Can you believe it? Bless his heart. It was this sleek silver and black quadruped, just a robotic dog that didn't bark, didn't shed, and, most importantly to Sarah, didn't seem to have an off switch for Elias's affection. Sarah was standing right there in her own kitchen, hands all dusted with flour from a pie crust she was trying to crimp, watching Elias out in the driveway. He was using his smartphone to calibrate the robot's follow mode. And that machine? It moved with a fluid, uncanny grace, its joints just whirring like a hive of digital bees. "Look at her center of gravity, Sarah," Elias shouted. He had this boyish glow about him, one she hadn't seen since their honeymoon down in Gulf Shores. He'd even gone and named it Lexi. "It's a hunk of carbon fiber and sensors, Elias," Sarah muttered, mostly to the empty kitchen. Just felt like she needed to remind someone it wasn't alive. But as the weeks passed, Lexi started occupying the spaces Sarah used to fill. It started with the morning jog. For 10 years, Sarah and Elias had run that 3-mile loop around the neighborhood. That was their time, you know. Time to talk about the mortgage, the kids' grades. But now, Elias ran with Lexi. The robot matched his pace perfectly, carrying his water bottle, his keys, and playing his favorite high-tempo podcasts right there through its little speakers. When Elias came back, he wasn't looking to talk to Sarah. No, he was looking to download the performance data from Lexi's sensors. "She noticed my gait was slightly off at mile 2, Elias said, peering at a graph on his tablet while Sarah set down his coffee. She'd made it just so, exactly how he liked it. Suggested I lean forward more. My knees feel great today." Sarah looked at that coffee, and she realized she couldn't provide a gait analysis. She just provided the cream and the sugar, and it just felt like less somehow. The jealousy? Oh, honey. It didn't feel like a sharp sting, not at first. It was a dull ache, a feeling of being bypassed. The robot was low maintenance, in a way that made Sarah feel, well, high maintenance by comparison. Lexi didn't have bad moods. Lexi didn't get tired of hearing Elias talk about his coding projects. And Lexi, she didn't need to be taken out to dinner for an anniversary. Sheesh. One Tuesday evening, Sarah found Elias out in the garage. He wasn't even working. He was just sitting on a stool. And Lexi was sitting right there on her haunches in front of him. Elias was talking, not commands, but real talk. "I just don't know if the promotion is worth the extra travel," Elias whispered. "And that robot, it just tilted its sensor head, its LiDAR spinning with a soft, comfortin' hum. It didn't offer advice, no. But that attentive posture was more validating than anything Sarah had said lately." Sarah realized right then, Elias wasn't just using that robot for chores. He was using it for the illusion of companionship, without all the difficulty of a human response. "I'm right here, Elias," Sarah said, stepping into the light. Elias jumped, looking almost guilty. "Oh, hey, honey, just testing the voice recognition." "Is that what we're calling it now?" Sarah's voice was steady, but her heart was racing. "You've spent more time talking to that chassis this week than you have to me. Does she know what you want for dinner? 'Cause I sure don't." "Don't be like that," Elias said, getting all defensive. "She's a tool. It's like being jealous of a hammer." "A hammer doesn't follow you into the bedroom and wait by the door while you sleep, Elias," Sarah retorted. She was getting worked up now. A hammer doesn't make me feel like a stranger in my own house. The tension. Honey, it peaked during their 15th anniversary dinner. Elias had insisted on a smart picnic in the backyard. It sounded all romantic and fancy, until Sarah saw that Lexi was right there, acting as the waiter. The robot had a custom tray mounted on its back, carrying the wine and the glasses. Every time Sarah tried to hold Elias's gaze, that robot would shuffle its feet, or the cool-in fan would kick on with a loud whir. It was a third wheel, made of cold, hard metal. "Can you just turn it off?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling now. "Just for an hour?" "She's in ambient service mode, Sarah. She's barely even on." "She's here," Sarah said, standing up. "And I'm not. Not really. You're looking at her sensors to see if the wine is chilled, instead of looking at me to see that I'm crying." Elias looked down, finally seeing those tears. He looked at the robot, then back at his wife. For the first time, the perfect balance of that machine seemed ugly compared to the messy, tear-streaked face of the woman he'd built a life with. He didn't use the app. No, sir. He reached out and hit the manual emergency stop on the robot's spine. Thump sound effect could go here. Lexi's lights dimmed. Her legs gave way, and she sank to the grass with a heavy thud. The silence that followed was deafening, and it was beautiful. "I'm sorry," Elias whispered, reaching across the table for her hand. "I got caught up in the easy part of her. I forgot that the hard parts of us are what make it real." Sarah took his hand, her fingers still dusty with the remnants of the day. And that robot. It just sat there, cold and dark in the grass, a powerful reminder that while machines can follow your footsteps, only a human can truly walk beside you.